he's moving away from the ship.
Don't do that, AJ.
Space travel is a fool's game. Human beings are 60% water. We sleep, eat, defecate, can't follow directions, and we explode like piñatas when exposed to the vacuum of space.
What's he doing? Putting himself in orbit. Oh, AJ.
Well, wherever he's going, I hope he makes it.
And that is just a little bit of Defying Gravity, which will be premiering this Sunday. Very exciting. It's a great show. Fiona and I had a chance to have a sneak peek at the 2-hour season premiere last night. We are joined by a couple of stars of it, Zahf Paroo, who plays AJ, and Ty Olsson, who plays Raleigh, on Defying Gravity.
Hello.
Hello. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Earth.
Thank you.
Before we talk about the show, how are you guys beating the heat? Now, Mike shared some stories, so thought maybe we could ask you guys. How are you surviving the heat wave?
I'm good. I'm the tropical people, so I'm enjoying it, you know.
I don't even feel it. It's
no,
fun.
I mean, like, I spent time in cities that had really, like, hot summers, and I would, like, everybody would be in the house fanning themselves, and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go for a run and just like, take
My
off.
sister-in-law keeps phone, like, I'm like, oh, it's so hot. I was hanging out with her the other day, and she's like, it's not Toronto hot.
Yeah.
That's all she kept saying. It's not like, it's hot.
Well, it's almost Toronto hot.
Everyone's
though.
complaining about, you know, as a local person, 8 months of rain. I'm
I
sitting
know.
reveling in it.
Yeah.
I Facebook status updates. I was in my backyard drinking a beer, butt naked, and got a sunburn.
Is that why you have the sunburn on your butt?
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it's worth it, and I'll do it again tomorrow. I think.
Are you comfortable sitting down right now?
You know, I'm kind of leaning forward a little bit, you know.
You can't see the round pillow that he's sitting on.
Ice packs on the cheek.
Guys, because this doesn't premiere till Sunday, I'm assuming we're a little bit limited in how much you can reveal, but maybe give us the outline of Defying Gravity and what the show's all about, Zach.
Well, basically, it's a relationship drama that centers around a group of astronauts. And it's based on the fact that there's 8 astronauts that are going on a tour of the solar system, and the technology has advanced to the point for the first time where they can actually hit each planet in the solar system, and
Like a bus route. You know.
completely. But you know, it's about exploration, and as they get up there, they realize. As the plot unfolds, they realize that the mission that they thought they were up there to do is not actually the mission that they're supposed to do.
And it gets a little spooky. We've seen 2 hours of the first couple shows.
There's some mystery.
There's something going on, and of course you guys are in a spaceship, but there are some fellas on the ground. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the characters that you play. Ty, tell us about Raleigh.
I play Raleigh Crane. He was originally slated to be the mission commander of the Antares mission, the 7-year mission. And the first leg of the journey, they find a mysterious health ailment, and they're not sure where it comes from, but he's sent back to Earth and then takes over the position of communication commander.
Bit of a crushing blow.
A bit of a crushing blow. You spend 5 years preparing for a mission, and suddenly it's pulled
Stuck
out
on the
money.
ground.
Yeah. And my wife is still on the mission.
And you guys
So-
are kind of, you know, hey.
How long's the mission?
7 years.
Yeah.
Six years.
6 years.
6 years, and your wife's on the mission, but you get to talk to her every day.
Oh, and I get to watch her on video.
Oh. Hi, honey. Yeah, it's like stalking.
And
in the
Zach,
future.
tell us about AJ.
Well, AJ is the engineer of the ship, so he's designed it, and he's also a very devout Hindu, so he believes in predestined paths. And as his own predestined path becomes challenged, then his beliefs themselves also get challenged. So it's sort of, you get put in that place where, you know, when you, as everybody has been, where you start to go,
Science
why
and
is this
religion.
happening to me? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a good
Someone
person.
takes a
I live
leg
a
out
good,
of
yeah,
your chair,
completely.
right? You know, that kind of thing.
So.
But the best part, I think, about the show, I mean, you mentioned it's a relationship-driven show, and even though it's set in the future, a lot of things don't change, right? Like, human beings are human beings, and they relate as they do. And you have how many people on the ship?
There's 8 people on the ship.
Yeah, things are going to go down in 6 years, I'm assuming.
But there's also flashback sequences in the show.
Yeah.
So as we sort of establish who the people are on the ship, we're simultaneously building the relationships that they've had during training in their own lives. So those sort of complex, interwoven relationship things start to permeate into the relationships that exist on the ship.
Flashbacks are always a tricky thing to do on television, but they seem to pull it off pretty seamlessly with going
storylines,
into the past and introducing the people and their relationship and how they come together.
It's a beautiful looking show, too. I guess, do you get a sense of that when you guys are on set and you're actually working? I mean, Or is it just, I hope these jokers know what they're up to?
No, you know what? You always start off going like, okay, yeah, they say it looks good.
Let's hope so.
Sure thing, right? I've heard that before. But this is one of those rare shows where we've actually watched it and been enthralled with it.
You guys had a little party and watched a bunch together.
Oh, we did.
You?
We watched 1, 2, 3,
Look, both of you guys
4.
have your shirts off in this one. There you go, ladies. But I think sci-fi has, it's really changed from the kitschy Trouble with Tribbles Star Trek stuff to what Battlestar Galactica, and people will recognize you from Battlestar Galactica, to really focusing on people and relationships, and yet having that great mystery of space. And I think that's what people really want. Do you find this with the scripts you guys have been
Absolutely.
doing?
And I think Battlestar has been one of those frontrunners that got us out of that kind of campy version of sci-fi. I mean, the people who love sci-fi, myself included, it's they want a gritty, real world to be created,
they don't just
and
love
not that. Hey, look what we're doing. We're in space. And
they don't just love it; they're fanatics, and you
Absolutely.
have to be serious about the science fiction part too, such as NASA with your show, to make sure that you get the facts right, because these fans won't take mistakes.
Do you guys have consultants and stuff that were working on set? And sort of
our producers of the show spend a lot of time with people from NASA, so they consult with us about the technology, and they're also the producers of like Grey's Anatomy, Ugly Betty, Desperate Housewives, so they're really great at sort of writing those relationship elements of the show as well.
You know what they've done really well is that there's enough of that sci-fi and the mystery of the science fiction in the show to draw on that audience, but it's not heavily laden with it, so that it really reads as a relationship drama in space that has a true undercurrent of science fiction. So it transfers that.
Do you guys have any idea of sort of what happens with your character arc as you go along? Like, do you?
They're not contracts.
We have
How much
hints.
gets revealed? Like when you're working, do you guys know already what's going on for the whole season, or did they parse it out?
No. We know as the scripts come out, and sort of they'll let us know if there's like, okay,
You're gonna die.
FYI, there's like something that this is going to happen to you in 4 episodes down the road, so be cognizant of that.
So you can think about
So you
it.
can sort of, but I think that's the trickiest thing about doing episodics like this, where you go sort of bounce between past and the future, is like you're building your character stuff, but you have to leave it pseudo blank in the middle for what they build.
Right.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm like, I was going to say something about the first episode.
No, you can't.
Let me try and do it in a subtle way.
Are your feet cold?
Do people have relationships that are fairly close in space?
What do you mean by this?
I mean, is there a lot of...
We high five? We high five.
Yeah, you high five in space, but with your full bodies.
Yes, there are some relationships that kind of do this from time to time.
Yeah?
My wife and I. Can I do that?
Together apart, yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Must be difficult with zero gravity. But you'll have to watch the show to find out more. Defying Gravity. There's a special 2-hour pilot premiering Sunday, August 2nd, 9 o'clock. Do not miss it. It's going to be on CTV. Yes, we'll be doing this sometimes.
Watch for this.
Or you can watch it Friday, August 7th, 8 o'clock on Space. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you.